In this video, we're looking at this Bifyton small-scale four-wheel drive RC drift car that you can literally get for like $25 on Amazon. It's got a 5-star rating. Over 180 people have bought this, rated it, and it's 5 stars for $25. If you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Troy, and this is Roadside RC. You'll tend to find me bashing or crawling or drifting or racing, plus doing product review videos and how-tos. And honestly, I love testing these cheap RC cars and seeing just if they're really good or not. Let's get it out of the box and see just how good it really is. Here's all what comes in there. We do have a very basic instruction manual here, a little bit of what to do and how to use the vehicle, 2 AA batteries that I assume are going to go in that controller, a small screwdriver to help you get that door to the battery compartment open, a USB charger along with 2 little single cell, a 500 milliamp 3.7 battery. So just a single cell. And it was also pretty cool here. I didn't really think it was going to come with this, but here's 4 little cones that you can use to set up a track, along with 4 actual rubber tires. When you look at the car itself, it actually has some hard plastic, more drift spec tires on it there. And then of course the controller here. Now this controller, let's be very clear, very, very small. I mean, compared to the size of my hand, this is definitely a small controller. And then as I mess with it here, I can feel, yeah, this is not going to be a proportional controller. This is definitely, like, you can feel that there's something and then there's like a button. You can hear it there maybe. There's a button that you hit actually on either side. So probably not proportional throttle or steering, which is kind of unfortunate. But again, we're talking about $25 here. And honestly, you're getting a pretty good amount here for what you're paying. Now looking at the car itself here, again, very small. I don't know if it actually really claims what scale it is, but it's a fairly small car. In our hobby, how you define toy grade versus hobby grade is a hobby grade should have instruction manuals and everything available for it somewhere in order to how to repair the vehicle if it does happen to break, and parts that need to be available so that you can either replace or upgrade if something goes wrong. That's part of the hobby. This kind of vehicle is definitely does not check either of those boxes. It is very toy grade. If it does break, you are most likely going to be putting it in the trash. And as we look at the car itself, again, actually look underneath the body, there's nothing there that you can get to. It looks like the battery door, yep, the battery door is here, so you can get in there. I don't think there's a lot else for us to do with this besides, let's get some batteries charged. Get some batteries in the controller and let's see how it drives. Put the battery on, you simply connect it in right here. It can only plug in one way. Tuck all your wires in. This should go back down on. Now these little screws here are honestly really annoying, and I'm not sure, yeah, it shouldn't actually really need that screw in there. With the batteries in it, turn the switch on, it goes into blinking bind mode. Turn the switch on the car. Oh, we have LEDs under the body. Check that out. That's pretty cool. The light goes out. I have forward, and look at the lights. Oh, that's kind of cool. We have LED lights on it. I bet my kids are going to love that. Hit the reverse, forward, and again, yes, non-proportional. As soon as you hit the throttle, it's full throttle. I'm betting, yep, steering is the same way. As soon as you click, yeah, non-proportional. But let's try it. Let's see how it drives. that's actually kind of fun, really. I mean, I could see my kids really having a blast with this. I do believe, like, you need to be able to control it just a little bit better. Like, it's just a power sliding vehicle. It loves to do some big slides. You can hold the steering and make it do some smaller donuts, things along those lines. Ability to come up like maybe a proper drift car and be able to flick it into a corner and have it go into a very specific spot is going to be more luck than skill when it comes to a vehicle like this. But I bet some kids would really have some fun with it. I'm going to swap the tires now over to the rubber tires and see how it drives with those. Swapping the wheels is a pretty straightforward affair. A simple Phillips screwdriver like the one that they provide in the kit will help you get the old wheel off. The wheels do have a hex here on both sides, so you line that hex back up. That's what helps provide the drive. And then you just put the new screw right back in it. So that's pretty fun as well with the rubber tires on it, but honestly, the drift tires are so much more fun. The car just doesn't have, again, that precision driving. You know, it's with all or nothing kind of steering. It doesn't really have that precision driving to make use of those rubber tires. I think keeping these drift tires on would be really where the fun is with this vehicle. So after driving this thing around for a while, where do I stand on it? What are some pros and cons? What are things to consider if you are thinking about buying it? First off, obviously, pro side, price is super cheap. Like, you're not going to get much cheaper of an RC car, period, ever, end of story. And on the pro side, it's kind of fun. Like, you can have fun with it, at least for a little while, in a space like this. But that is immediately also one of the cons, which is because of the small scale and on-road kind of race car design, where it can drive is very, very limited. As a comparison, a lot of what I normally do in the more the hobby grade side is much bigger, more off-road capable, so that it can go in the driveway, it can go in the grass, it can go on rocky terrain, it can go in lots of different places. So you need to be really cognizant of where would you drive this, right? If you had it and you were going to take it out, where would it be driven mostly? Do you have a nice smooth surface like this? I even think that honestly, if you have a medium pile carpet, it probably won't drive very well on that. So something to consider. But at the end of the day, the thing sure does actually look pretty cool, especially when you get the LEDs and everything going on there inside of it. I think a lot of people, when they first take it out of the box, put the batteries in, light it up, and start drifting around, would be pretty impressed with it. If you are curious about a more hobby grade, bigger scale, different kind of drift car, I have a lot of different videos about that to help explain. Just let me know down in the comments, and I'll be happy to direct you in any way that you want to go. If you're curious about buying this, there will also be a link down in the video description where you could buy this exact vehicle. And if you are actually also interested in other vehicles that I have previously reviewed, there'll be a playlist popping up right over here to your right, so you can check it out there, and I'll see you in one of those videos. Thank you, and goodbye.